Hey mates, here with Grant Elliot. His Instagram is Instagrunta. He is a legend in the snow sports industry. Pro surfer, and we're just gonna talk about some things about the board and how to tune it up. And his board is a custom Colt. He can maybe tell a little bit more about.
Yeah, if you go onto the website, customcolt.com, you can do /Grant Elliot or just have a look through. And there's a few different designers, and your board will be through your foot size and a few other questions. We'll custom make like my board design for your body. If you're maybe not a higher end rider, then we'll soften it up for you, so that's a bit more easier to play with. But if you're a high-end rider, you can even stiffen it up higher than what I like if you really like to.
With the technology of a board, everything is pretty custom to everybody's unique body, their stance, their weight, the type of style of riding they like to do. So that is something that I've actually gone on the site, and you can customize anything, any part of the board, and the width, the side cut, the flex pattern, camber. So again, that website is
customcolt.com.
Cool.
So a lot of people say when they use their like to clean your board, like use a base cleaner, like a citrus or whatever, like chemical type thing. But that'll end up drying out your board. Hey, put your iron on, do that, so then your metal edges won't end up electrocuting yourself. But if you do a quick wax on your board, and then most people let their board sit, but if you've got a lot of dirt, and especially oils and stuff are in the snow from the machinery, so I'm gonna wax it up.
Grant is applying wax directly to the iron. That saves wax, and it makes for less of a mess to clean up.
the way he's doing it is making it so that the wax is just right on there, a perfect layer.
That'll save you money on wax.
A ton of money, so you don't do too much.
And the reason I started doing it is when I was working for a tour company in Canada. I couldn't believe it, but the hotels didn't have tuning rooms. And so you had to wax in your room, and if there was a big mess, then they'd charge you. So by doing this, it just meant there wasn't much.
So wax can be expensive, and what he just did, he just put the minimum amount, and that way his wax stays. Because how many times do you wax your board, right?
Yeah, but this is a different wax, like this different for a different purpose. This is to clean my base. So I'm going to use this to clean the base. I'm going to do
So instead of him using a base cleaner that dries out the base, and I actually agree with that can dry out and damage your base, you want to make sure that the base cleaner, if you do use it, is natural, because it will damage the P-Tex, the bottom layer, and super dry out your base. So I think what he's going to do is, what I would totally recommend, is put a layer of wax on, suck up all the dirt and whatever's in there, and then scrape it all off, and then put another layer of wax on.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I got my custom Colt scraper. Ask for one of them when you buy the board. And now we're just doing a hot scrape. Itchy.
So that's just scraping off the excess wax. It's sucking up everything and
Sucking up all the oils and the dirt.
so wax is really good for your board. It makes the board.
So now come back and
live.
look at that bit that was real dirty before, and now it's nearly looking shiny.
So waxing will protect your base, make your board more durable and faster. Why wouldn't you want all that?
And easier to turn.
See? And the board's designed to absorb. If you don't put waxing in it, if you don't put wax onto your board, it's gonna just absorb all the dirt and oils in the snow.
We're in Park City, Utah, helping a mate with his beautiful Sims board.
It's amazing. Love riding.
I prefer to ride custom cop. Anyway, we just wetting up so we can. Oh, that's noisy. We've already, just so you know, right? We've already prepared this side edge.
This edge right here.
Yes. And if you listen to what we're doing this one. Like, listen to this, because this one was unprepared. Well, that's, you don't want the grindings of the metal to go into your base. All right, this is really important. I learnt this from the Austrian racing team, that we've waxed this already, and you do the fine stuff like this and this one. Oh, there's a little bit of stuff up here, but most of it a lot smoother. And this is just with like basic stone. This is to take away the burrs so it runs smoother through the snow, whether you're going into a jump or just riding on the snow. This will make it like, you can just feel the difference, man.
So, metal metal.
Feel the difference. Feel.
Oh yeah. Look at that. Oh, it just is so smooth. So a file is a piece of metal. This is also a piece of metal, but it's look at the difference between a file.
Well, this has burrs and that's a stone.
Right. So I wouldn't want to break out of gel with this.
Well,
I would prefer this. This is what I would use to detune a board, to make it more a park board. There's so many different files.
and then we can polish it more with all these diamond files. So there's different diamond files. We'll go into that another time.